welcome to the Crypto Show. Chadwick here, guys, and seen a lot of interesting things happen in the last week. Just briefly touching over the negative and jumping into the positive. The negative stuff is, guys, is these scam coins that are bringing a lot of people in the market is just, it's a shame, guys, like SHIB and all these meme tokens, Satami, Inu, and Dogelon Mars, all these crap, just these just junk coins that are built on top of blockchains or ERC20 tokens have no value. They're going to literally be a bunch of people that buy these tokens, and they're going to lose a lot of money because it's literally just a couple people sitting in a room saying, "Hey, I got 10,000 ether, or I got like 100 bitcoins. Let's create a token. Let's put our money into it, and then sell it off to all these idiots that are buying it." Because basically, what they'll do is they'll pump the token before it goes to an exchange. Like, for instance, oh, we're going to list token A on Binance, but before we do that, we're going to pump it up, and then we're going to list it on Binance, and then everybody's going to buy that, and then it's going to drop in price, and then we're going to wait till that volume and that liquidity fizzles out, and then we're going to list it on OKX or hit BTC. We're going to pump it right before we do that. Most of those people have already lost all their money on the previous exchange, so they don't really, it goes back up to where it was, and then they'll pump it higher, make those people feel like they got a little bit of profits, and then after it's way high, then they'll list it on the exchange, and the cycle just repeats itself. I mean, the way SHIB pumped, it literally was getting put on exchanges. It was getting pumped before it got put on exchanges, and if you made a lot of money on SHIB, like, that's great, but I think the tokens and the blockchains that have the most value are the ones that have mining, the ones that have security, the ones that have mining bringing a new coin into circulation, rather than just minting basically money out of thin air, and you're buying somebody's. It's just a bunch of crap, guys. I mean, this happened in 2017, and it would have happened on Bitcoin if Bitcoin would have expanded the block size, but they didn't, because the devs were just too busy trying to keep the block small. But so the whole ICO boom happened on Ethereum, a bunch of ERC20 tokens that I can name that don't even exist anymore. So it's going to be the same thing, guys. Unfortunately, most people are going to lose money this rally, like they do every rally, because they buy the wrong thing. They buy just tokens that are ERC20 tokens or built on top of blockchains, like Uniswap or PancakeSwap. They're buying these tokens that are created on top of a blockchain. So really the real value is in that blockchain, not in the token. So they don't really understand the difference, and they just get caught up and they lose all their money. Because these tokens that are built on top of blockchains, they fall way harder than the actual asset that the token is created on. For example, like Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Solana, all these blockchains have all these tokens on them, and all those tokens fall way harder when those blockchains asset value falls as well. So that's just kind of the name of the game, guys. So on my end, I've increased my positions in a couple different coins recently. I was kind of being super bullish on Zcash recently. Zcash has been performing really well. I also diversified a little bit more into Neo and Dash, Digital Cash. Dash is a great project that's been around for a while. Good healthy nodes, good mining, good just across the board on Zcash, and all these coins that are really good. Neo is not mineable, it's its own blockchain, but they just released the N3 mainnet. So really, Neo's kind of just really gone from conception point of view to actually having their own mainnet. So that's why I went to those three coins right now, and I'm still holding the exact same positions I've always held in all my other holdings, Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin Cash, BSV, all those coins. I'm still have the exact same position. So and Litecoin as well, and I'm gonna briefly talk about Litecoin right now, just because it's been performing really well. And in 2016, 2017, when Bitcoin went way up, it went up quite a bit of percentage points, but some of these altcoins went up way more. Litecoin was one, Ethereum Classic was another. They went way up on Bitcoin's price. So BTC Core, it's gone way up again. It's still going for an all-time high right now. But I think the more interesting things to look at are some of these more experimental projects like OMG, Quantum, Dash, Neo, Zcash, they've actually been going up really, really, really fast recently. And nobody's been talking about it online. Nobody's been writing really any news articles on any of this stuff. So they're more focused on the BTC and the Ethereum all-time highs. So I think that'll just continue to just fuel the altcoin market into a really, really big rally. And I think the Litecoin is kind of on the verge of that right now. It's been looking like, I don't want to get on I don't want to talk technicals, because I don't want to talk technicals. I don't think crypto really follows any technicals. So what you can see right now is Litecoin is really, really, really on the verge of exploding. I think Litecoin could easily go up thousands of percents from now. I think it could go up to $3,000-$4,000 really quickly, as long as Ethereum and Bitcoin can kind of head sideways and head up and just keep on hitting these new all-time highs. I think you'll see some big spikes in some of the altcoins, Bitcoin Cash, BSV. I mean, it's not uncommon to see these coins go 200-300% up in one day. It's happening across the board on numerous markets. Decentraland, the ticker MANA, has been just skyrocketing. I mean, it went to an all-time high extremely fast within just a few days, and then it went way down as well, but still at an all-time high. So some of these older projects that have been in the game for a while, I think they're starting to re-pump and re-catch up with Bitcoin and kind of fill these gaps that they've been going down on Bitcoin for quite a while. So I think you're going to see that ETC, Litecoin, they're on the verge of exploding to all-time highs. And just to be fair, Ethereum Classic's up almost 1,000% for the last year. So it's already done a 10x. It did a 20x back, I think, in May or April. So that's some good stuff to note, is the fact that Bitcoin keeps going up. A lot of these altcoins keep sliding down, which they've done multiple times, and then they always just recatch all that volume and all that missing market cap on Bitcoin really, really fast. So I think that's more where the opportunity lies. But another thing interesting to note is on Grayscale. Some of the spot prices on Grayscale have been kind of not matching up with the actual coin price. ETCG, the ticker for the Ethereum Classic Grayscale Trust, it has not been doing well this week. Even though Ethereum Classic has started to go up, it's still considered to be gone down. And I actually got a pretty big position in that stock. So, I don't really know what's going on there. I've been shedding a few dollars, losing, 40% on my Bitcoin Cash holding trust. So some kind of interesting stuff to note is those are really not really matching up with the spot price. So I think that we're going to see some not only matching up with that spot price, but I think we're going to see some actual altcoin explosions probably in the next couple of weeks. And as early as this week, we could definitely go down from here too. But I think the likelihood of that, if it does go down, I think you're going to see people filling the orders for it to go bring it back up. So even with these Grayscale holding trusts not performing that well, it kind of sucks because I have some positions in there. But at the same time, if crypto will explode, those are going to have to catch up with it. I mean, that's inevitable, but also it'll bring that altcoin momentum that we really need to get people to really understand what the altcoin market is, what do these coins mean, what is the point of these coins. And that's when I think you'll see the floodgates open for Bitcoin Cash, as a peer-to-peer electronic cash, and BSV for an economic application source for building applications on top of Bitcoin, essentially. So bigger blocks, you can do more, you can build applications on them, you can build decentralized finance. I mean, the list goes on. So I think that you're going to start opening up and seeing these narratives play out for Bitcoin Cash, BSV. You're going to get more attention towards Zcash, which also has a Grayscale holding trust that the price suppression has been pretty good recently, and it's been performing, and Zcash has been performing pretty well against that price suppression over the last month. I mean, it's up 40-50%, I think, for the month. And I rode that 50% jump, and I'm still holding my Zcash. I actually bought some more around the $180 price range just a few days ago. So it's taken a dip down from there, but it takes a dip down every time I buy it. So I think that the people that have been holding these altcoins for a very long time, I think a lot of them are going to sell. I really do. I think that they're going to go up these 500-600%, and it's going to be just too much euphoria, and people are just going to probably, you know, sell a lot of these altcoins because they're going to say like, oh, finally, like they went up, and like now that I made all this profit, I'm going to cash out and wait till they drop again. But I think that only is going to fuel the fire more, and I think that only is going to cause high frequency trading and computer programs that trade this stuff back and forth on exchanges to really just fill those sell orders and just pump these altcoins even higher. So I think you'll see a big spike up on the altcoin market, and then I think you'll see a slight spike down, and that's when a lot of these people are dumping, and then you're going to see a massive spike up. So I think it's going to be a big spike up, a little spike down, and a massive spike up. And that massive spike up is where a lot of people are going to sell even more, and then it's just going to keep on going, guys. Of course, it's going to top out and you know, tread down and run sideways probably for a little while, but I'm not planning on selling any of my positions at all. Like, I don't care if Bitcoin Cash goes to 20 grand. Like, I might sell a little bit, but like when I mean a little bit, like I mean like maybe 1 or 2 coins. I'm not talking like, I'm not going to sell like massive amounts of BCH or BSV or really any of my coins, because I know that long term, if I were to sell, I would get basically just washed out of my position, and I would be chasing something that, if I would have just held, would have been such a more educated and thought out way of long-term investing and long-term growth and long-term asset protection, rather than just selling and then trying to like basically call the top. You know, anybody can try to call the top, and a lot of people try to do that, and I think that most people, and I don't want to be in that lump of most people, lose their money. So you know, I'm buying crypto because it's essentially money. Money is something that's always been like really interesting to me, and how people value money, and like the concept of money and how money is actually created and all that stuff has led me really down the rabbit hole of BCH. So I think you know, I think BCH will probably be a huge breakout you'll see on Bitcoin. I think there's gonna be a lot of confusion. I think there's gonna be a lot of mass panic into BCH, BSV2, but really BCH, just because it's so easy to access. So you might get more growth than the BSV. I mean, who knows? But I think BCH and those narratives will kind of play out, where a lot of people are going to really realize that Bitcoin is the old technology. Bitcoin, or BTC Core, is the old legacy project that just really didn't update the way it should. They didn't update the protocol. They didn't update the thing that originally made it so awesome to begin with. And I think those will be the flaws that take these people down, like Michael Saylor, Anthony Pomp, that have just been preaching to everybody that Bitcoin's the only coin that matters. It's not the only coin that matters. There is probably 20 tokens, 20 coins that I could tell you right now that have way better user experience than Bitcoin, way better fundamentals than Bitcoin, and way stronger communities than Bitcoin. You know, and I'll just leave that list out. I mean, you can go to worldcoinindex.com and look at the list, but it's those top 20, and that top 20 has really changed over like the last year into some top 20 that I don't think has earned the credibility or earned the rights for some of the number one cryptos based on market cap. I mean, I'm sorry guys, Solana might be a great project, you know, Polkadot might be a great project, Chainlink might be a great project, but the fact of the matter is those projects don't have the communities that some of these mineable protected assets like Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, they just don't have the infrastructure built out yet, in my opinion, to handle mass adoption. And I say that, you know, I say that just because they haven't been around in the bear market. We don't know how these coins are going to perform when stuff starts falling. I mean, it's going to start falling at some point. That might be a day from now, a year from now, you know, 2 years from now. You know, the rally could continue all the way into next year, or, you know, it could not stop for quite a while, or it could end, you know, tomorrow. But I think some of these projects that are highly overvalued that people are still buying because they're getting these little gains on, I think those are red flags that the market right now and the people coming into the crypto market don't have any clue or any idea of how this software works and how it trades and how it brings people on, and the tokenomics that actually hold the value in place and move the volume around, and allow people to understand like how this stuff moves. It's going to be probably years till these people realize how this stuff actually works, and the actual use cases and the actual history behind it, and all the narratives that are all on 99bitcoins.com. You can check it out for yourself. But they need to start doing research, guys, because if you just buy something based on you thinking it's going to go up, well, guess what? If you think it's going to go up, a lot of people think it's going to go up, and most everybody in the room is going to be buying, and there's going to be one guy that dumps, and he's going to take everybody out. So really that one guy is leaving you guys with the bag, and you're going to be really, really butthurt that you lost all your money. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think that could even happen all the way up the market cap with Bitcoin. And I think that once we start seeing BCH up thousands of percent and BSV up thousands of percent for the year, I think that's when you're going to really take a hold of the confusion and just the actual human psychology being in error and how they evaluate crypto. So I do think that's coming, guys. I think like Litecoin could explode within the next week or two, the next day or two. I think ETC is on the verge of exploding, but I think Litecoin will really be kind of the first one to jump. And I could be totally wrong. I mean, this is just speculation. I'm just literally speculating on this stuff. Litecoin's been around for quite a while. It pumped in 2016 against Bitcoin. It pumped earlier in 2013 when it was brought into existence, right around October, right when it fell to like $1, and then it went up from there. It went from original $4 to $1, and then it went up trailing behind Bitcoin, and then it kind of 2016 it went way up to above Bitcoin in terms of price gains. So anything can happen. I mean, I don't like to say that like Litecoin has to perform a certain way by a certain time frame, but I really think that it's looking to me, it's behaving the way it behaves, and I think that the price will rise on Litecoin pretty quick here. And I think Bitcoin Cash and BSV, I think those are just the biggest suppressed projects in the entire crypto space. I mean, all the pressure and all the buying of Bitcoin Cash is the reason it keeps falling. There's people that are increasing positions in Bitcoin Cash. Gemini took a big position in Bitcoin Cash like a year or two ago. So like there's exchanges that are really, really buying and holding Bitcoin Cash. And then you got Grayscale buying tons of Bitcoin Cash. So you have like a market cap of whatever billion Bitcoin Cash. I don't know what it's worth right now, 10, 12 billion. You have the market cap on Bitcoin Cash. So I think these market caps could extremely just explode. I mean, if some of these big name investors start coming in and realizing that they can control and they can have more power within an altcoin rather than trying to chase the Bitcoin narrative, there's going to be an explosion in some of these projects, because some of the market caps on some of these altcoins, BSV, BCH, Neo, Monero, these billionaires can really invest a good portion of their portfolio and essentially have like huge chunks of the pie on these altcoins. So I think that's what you're going to see. I think you're going to see some of these high profile investors start saying, why am I going to buy Bitcoin if I can buy this coin and have a quarter of the current market share? Or I can I think you're going to start people kind of thinking like that, because they're going to be like, well, this is Bitcoin. This is just people speculating on this asset, and it's this like digital gold and all these stuff you're hearing, but it's like, what does it actually do? Like, what can you actually do with it? Can you build applications on it? Can I use it to buy stuff? Can I send it to people without paying huge fees? I mean, this is like this archaic technology that people are buying into, and they're kind of like chasing it. And I'm not saying BTC is going anywhere, but BTC might be, the leading market cap forever. And if that happens, that's fine. I don't have to necessarily advise or buy into what everybody else is buying. I buy the things that I like. And I think that you're going to see some of these high profile people, maybe Mark Cuban, some of these other people that have large investment portfolios say, well, wait a minute here. Like I can, Bitcoin's not the only one that I have to buy. Why, well, let's look at Bitcoin Cash, or like, let's look at Zcash, or let's look at Dash, or Monero, or Neo, or Lisk, or any of these projects. And I have way more power there, and if I want to keep investing and increasing my position, the price will inevitably go up because the market cap is obviously going up. Not to mention, when people start finding out some of these people are buying, like, I mean, what if we had a news article launch tomorrow that Elon Musk bought $1 billion worth of Zcash? We all know what would happen. Zcash price would obviously go up. And I think that you're going to start seeing that. You're going to hear these stories about, oh, people, Kevin O'Leary bought, you get what I'm saying, right? So I think that all that will play out with time. And I think that really right now is the exchanges still hold, most of the power, guys. So they're pumping these coins. It's the same liquidity. SHIB go down, Litecoin go up, or SHIB go down, Ethereum go higher, then Litecoin go up. But I don't sit there and say, oh, coin go up, I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna try to, if you want to do that, I might put like $100 or something on it just as a bet, or like gambling as if I'm going to a casino. But I'm not like increasing positions and like letting them know that they could be super volatile for a long time, but overall they're going to go up, because I can't say that some of these altcoins like SHIB and Satima Inu and this whole like chain of just Dogelon Mars. I mean, what is this crap? I'm not buying this stuff, dude. I won't. I don't care how many wallets support it. I don't care how many exchanges support it. I've seen that play out. I've seen the way that whole story goes, and I prefer to buy things that I know that are going to be around, even though they might not be performing that great now. They might be volatile as fuck, but either way, they're going to go up long term, and they're going to go up really exponentially, really fast. So I don't want to miss out. It's kind of where it's at. But I do think Litecoin, ETC are on the verge of a huge breakout. I think BCH, BSV are on the verge of bigger long-term breakout. So anything else going on? Shoot me a comment, shoot me a question, shoot me a feedback. Let me know if you don't agree with me or disagree, or what you think. I would love to know kind of where everybody's heads at on some of these meme tokens and some of these crap coins. But if you made a bunch of money on it, shoot me a comment too. I mean, I'd love to know what you made and how you value those tokens, and like if you like made some money and then like said, oh, I made some money, and put it into like an actual blockchain project, like an actual coin rather than a token, like an ERC20 token. Like, did you make a lot of money and then like diversify into like Bitcoin Cash, or did you like make a lot of money and diversify into Zcash? Because I know people watching this channel, there are people that bought into some of this hype. I mean, it's naive to think that there's people on this channel that don't. So I know there's people that are buying some of these hype coins. They might be riding the wave and try to get in real quick to try to get some profits and move it out. So, elaborate. Let me know where your head's at, and let me know where your story's at. I've let you guys know mine. So talk to you later, guys.